What is up, guys? NYKF31 here, Madden 21, 4th and 1 online CFM Season 2. A little bit of a preview of the Arizona Cardinals. Just to recap Season 1 briefly. I went 11 and 5, won the NFC West, won the wild card game, lost a tight divisional game with the Niners in the playoffs, and that pretty much ended my season. Unfortunate, my own fault. Dug myself a 14-0 hole, and I ended up losing by, I think, like 3 or 4, something like that. It was a close game. But anyway, Season 2, Kyler Murray. He's developed pretty nicely. He's up to 90. His short accuracy is 90 now, 82, 85, 90 throw in the run, throw under pressure, and he no longer has the paranoid under pressure trait, which is big. And he still has, his abilities, of course, and he's just going to continue to develop to be a monster. We all know that. Brought back Kenyon Drake, who he played really well. This is such an easy game to run in. Kenyon Drake, to me, is like the base level back that you need in this game, or you want in this game. He's 80 overall, but he has 92 speed, 89 acceleration, plenty quick enough, 88 change of direction, 90 carry, 81 break tackle, and he's got 89 or 85 juke, and he has fall forward trait. That's what you want in this game. You want these backs who can animate and get those fall forward animations constantly. So you're constantly getting, or most of the time you're getting 3 to 4 yards a pop before you get, hit by anybody, first of all. But you always get those extra yardage most of the time. And you can catch a little bit too. And for 80 overall, he had like a 1,500 yard season for me, like 17 TDs last season. Just crazy. So he's perfectly worth it for me. I'm perfectly satisfied with him. There's no reason to get any better than that. Fullbacks in my offenses are not people. We have Luke Stocker there just for the hell of it. Larry Fitzgerald is gone. We signed T.Y. Hilton. He still has some gas left in the tank. Let me go to the roster just so we can look at we're going to switch to the roster view here. Kyler Murray, he has... You can see the abilities. Escape Artist and Quick Draw. Which really doesn't really... I don't see Quick Draw doing much. I still get those, throw out of sacks where you think he'd be able to get the ball off, but he doesn't. I don't see any benefit to this ability at all. I thought it would be like a lowercase gunslinger, but it's not even that. It's not very useful, I don't find. But anyway. Let me show you Kenyon Drake's stats from my season if I can. Well, not 1,500 yards, but 1,200 yards, 4.8 yards per pop, 14 touchdowns. For an 80 overall back, I'll gladly take that. Kyler, we put up... 3,700 plus yards, 30 TDs, 59 Ts. I need to run with him more this season. Didn't run with him very much. And we did 7.3 yards per pop, but I'm going to be running a lot more zone read and QB power. There's a couple of there's one QB power play out of the zone playbook. I think there's 2 actually, and you have inverted veer as well. That'll be more part of the offense in season 2. There's Drake as we saw. We have DeAndre Hopkins. We signed T.Y. Hilton, who still has a little bit of gas in the tank. Just a 1-year deal. I want to be able... Last season, I could not run my shot plays to either side of the field. Larry Fitzgerald couldn't really run them. Christian Kirk wasn't great at them. I didn't really have a guy who can do that. I could only really run, mills and pin concepts to DeAndre Hopkins. T.Y. still has some giddy up. He has 83 deep route running, 82 medium, and 86 short, and 92 speed. So against most number 2 corners in a CFM, that's going to be able to get open on those post shots when I'm facing quarters and match coverages. And man. And Christian Kirk mans a slot. I just like him better there for those shallow crosses and RPOs and touch passes. You know, Andy Isabella, gadget guy, returner. Hakeem Butler's an interesting developmental guy who I don't really know what to do with. 88 speed, he's got some good catch stats, but, you know, his route running leaves a lot to be desired. And this guy, too, developmental guy who I drafted, Eldon Compton. I drafted him in either the second or the third round, 91 speed. And acceleration's not that great. He has 81 catching traffic, 83 spec, 82 catch. And, you know, the route running isn't that great, 85 jump. But he's got stuff that can develop into something useful, at least. Tight end, Max Williams, he's solid. I don't really feature my tight end all that much. But he's decent. He's not bad. You know, he kind of for 4 TDs and about 30 yards receiving per game. Offensive line, I feel, as long as you have guys rated 70 and above, you're just fine. I don't really feel offensive line is that important this year. You know, this is perfectly fine. 71, 76. You know, Mason Cole is a 65 for my center, which I would prefer to have my best offensive lineman be my center for the awareness boost. But he's 76 run block finesse for inside zone and 73 and 72 for pass blocking ratings. In Madden 21, that's good enough. It really is. I'm telling you. You guys know this. Darrell Williams, I signed him off a scrap heap. Again, you just don't want tank ratings in the 60s. 74 run block finesse, 75 run block powers, 70 pass block finesse, and 72 pass block power. And right tackle, same thing. I mean, this guy has below 70 for run block finesse, but I don't run that much outside zone, you know. But again, guys don't do a good job of setting the edge to begin with. So, in my opinion, you field the cheapest offensive line that you can function with and load up your team with receivers and defensive backs. That's what you do. I'm playing 4-3, so we drop Chandler Jones down to end. He's got some gas in the tank still. His abilities changed, though. But again, if you don't have edge threat, there's not a lot of abilities that the AI-controlled defensive line really do much with. He has secure tackler. Defensive rally is useful, at least. He gets pass rush points for himself and the rest of the defensive line on 3rd and 4th down. The AI just has to do a better job of just using the moves. It's just not good. And we signed Melvin Ingram again. Some gas in the tank, 80 speed, 86 acceleration, and 84 finesse move. Defensive tackles, they're just kind of there. You know, interior defensive linemen, we know, just don't really do all that much unless you're getting split double team sacks. I don't really have a pass rusher that can really do that, like an Aaron Donald or J.J. Watt. Jordan Phillips has 88 strength and 77 power moves. He's my best guy, 79 on block shed, and, you know, Zach Allen. You know, so not a lot of beef there. Stephen Anthony, he was my first round draft. No, he was not. What am I talking about? We'll get to that, my first round draft pick later. But, you know, 85 speed, change of direction sucks. As is with the case with most linebackers. And 67 zone coverage, it is what it is. I'm going to be basing out of nickel over G, which will have Isaiah Simmons basically playing a linebacker spot. I'll be playing nickel over G in everything except, you know, possibly two back, two tight end sets. Jordan Hicks. You know, linebackers just, if they can pursue somewhat, 75 zone coverage is useful. If they have some hit power, that's fine. I mean, 81 hit power, 83 tackling, just an average unit there. And Devon Kennard is kicking around as well. Ben Bingham is my rookie. 86 speed, 91 acceleration, change of direction, still not as high as I would like. But he's 68 zone, 64 man. And, you know, he's going to play. He's 6'1" and can run. So we're going to play him a lot. But I do have linebackers in the field. Pat Pete. Not quite done yet. 87 man, 85 zone, 87 press, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 95 agility, 93 change of direction. Byron Murphy is going to be playing the slot corner. We signed Javarius Ward. He's got 91 speed. His zone coverage is not that great, but he's only 3 years in, so he has some developmental growth to get that up. 85 man, 82 press. I mean, I play so much match coverage anyway. That should not really hurt me. So came outside with speed to run, and the man coverage ability to match out of quarters and cover 2 and cover 2 sink and cover 3 match and play man coverage. Not bad. The undisciplined penalty tendency is a bit of a concern, but you just gotta, deal with it. Really. So Murphy will be playing in the slot, and Drake or Patrick is still kicking around when I go dime. And these guys are just depth pieces. Buda Baker is really underrated. He plays really well. It's all about abilities in this game. He's got 91 speed, 81 zone coverage, 80 man now. And he's got Unfakeable, which comes in really, really handy. And he's got mid-zone KO. So he gets break on ball, increased speed, and reactions on those 10 to 20 yard routes inside the numbers. Well, less than 20 yards inside the numbers and 10 to 20 outside. And Jalen Thompson's a good depth piece. He plays a lot since I'm going to be in nickel over G quite a bit. Nice and speedy. Coverage ratings aren't that great, but he's a backup guy. He's a niche player. And a guy who can be a good user. And Isaiah Simmons, he's an 84 overall now. He's down to number 7 ranked strong safety in the league already. 93 speed, 80 zone coverage, 73 man, 86 hit power, 84 tackle, 84 pursuit. Basically on his way to fulfilling his destiny as a poor man's Cam Chancellor at worst. He's 6'4", 238. He's massive. And, he's going to be playing a glorified linebacker spot in nickel over G anyway. For the most part. He'll still play, high safety from time to time. But I want him near the line of scrimmage and just, jumping and picking balls off at 6'4" and just cracking heads. And our kicker is Zane Gonzalez with that 96 kick power. So that's how we look. I started out the season in a hole. I missed the opener. I had a late party night, overslept, and I'm an old man, and missed the window. So I got the Seahawks as my quote-unquote opener. So the schedule is Lions, Seahawks. This is a tough 4-game stretch here. Seahawks, the Bucks made the NFC Championship game last season. The Niners made it. No, the Bucks made the divisional round. They went 15-1 last year. Niners made the NFC Championship game. Then we have Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Rams, Niners. We hit the bye week, so we get the Niners out of the way early. Then Seahawks and Rams. So I get my division games out of the way fairly quickly, and then Packers, Bears, Cowboys, Vikings, Colts. So the back end of the schedule lightens up a little bit. The front end is this part right here is pretty much a bear. So, and as well here. That'll probably determine whether I win the division or have to contend for a wild card. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all later.